What I want to talk to you guys about today, and the focal point of this video, is going to be discussing burnout. Good afternoon, folks. So Lindsay and I are starting our day off right now. We're going to work on a super secret project for you guys. It's super secret.
Or like that.
I was thinking
Either like.
So we're here in the Venice Canal. If you guys know any of the stuff I like to do, this is my favorite spot to shoot at. We are working on our project. We're gonna shoot a lot of the videos for it now. We launched the website today, but you guys don't know anything about what I'm talking about. I'll show you some of this stuff. We'll cue you in when we're done.
To get this challenge together. So we've actually been thinking about this. I've been polling the shit out of you guys to see if you were interested. And I've actually been building this with Brian for the past like 2 to 3 weeks.
It's something that we've put a lot of time and effort into. Lindsay's put a little bit more than I have, just because it's been like this big working construction. But this is the first time we've ever done anything like this. So it's something that we're really trying to pour our hearts into and make it as successful for you guys as possible.
Yeah.
So that is a wrap. And now I have a call with a potential client right now. So gotta hustle, find a space to go, and make that happen. All right, so this call got rescheduled. I'm really excited for this client. He's gonna be an awesome person to work with, just really focused, really determined. And that's the kind of person I love working with. Because I got rescheduled and I have another call in about an hour, Lindsay and I are gonna go shoot some more content for the fitness project. We're gonna hit the car. So here is the rough draft of my ebook, Climbing Your Mountain, 3 Steps to Reaching Your Fullest Potential. It goes through everything. The whole thesis is that everything is like climbing a mountain as far as, you know, achieving your success, transforming your body. And these are the 3 steps that you need to take in order to do that. So if you want, you can sign up for the ebook. It's gonna be free on my website. It's gonna be right there. You click on the website, the link in the bio, it's gonna bring you right there. And if you haven't checked out the website yet, check it out. But Lindsay and I are done now. Now I'm gonna show you guys my pre-workout because it's delicious and I think you wanna know, right? Pre-workout food, I have 5 egg whites there. There's a whole egg in there somewhere. A little bit of ketchup and jalapenos and green beans, casual. Some greens because of health. And then my carb source and fat source is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So this is the glory of macros. This is why we track our food, so we can enjoy a nice PB&J before we go to the gym.
What's that?
It's a guitar.
No. What's that?
What do you mean?
Pick your sleeve up.
I don't want to.
Da-na-na.
That is all from being outside today in the sun.
That's rough.
That's how white I am.
It's okay, now you're part red, part white.
Yeah,
There's a hard line though between, you know.
Yeah. Alright guys, so I want to do a video quick with the voice overlay. Figure this will give you a little more feedback. And I'm going to be honest guys, this leg day was a little bit harder than most of them. I'm going to talk about this in a second, but I'm going to give you more of a brief overlay of what I'm doing. So start with leg extensions. It's something I always do to warm up my knees, to get my body acclimated, and then I go right into squats. So I do about 4 to 5 sets, progressing weight each time with the leg extension, trying to get a good contraction, and then I move to my squat where I start with like a plate, 2 plates, then jump to 3. So here, focused on 4 sets of 6 reps, from 3 plates to 3 plates of 10, and each time I went up by 10 pounds, ending at 3 plates and 30 pounds. And the biggest thing is when you're driving like this, you want to take adequate amounts of rest. So it's not like I'm supersetting with lighter weight. I'm trying to push heavy weight. When you're pushing heavier weight as hard as you can, I find that it's best to take a little bit more of a rest period. So this was about a 1 to 2 minute rest period on each set, just trying to get myself focused and trying to push as hard as I can. Now, the biggest thing I want to tell you guys is when you're squatting, you want to make sure that your head is staying up. From my standpoint, when I keep my head down, I have a tendency to move my back forward. That's one of the things I find with my high bar squat where I hold the bar. So I want to open up my chest cavity, drive up, and as I'm driving up, I'm almost pushing everything from here. So it's that constant push, it's that constant drive up, and that's what I find helps the most. So whatever your squat technique is, that's what I think is going to help you the most. Constantly pushing forward and progressing in that style. And then moving on to a leg press. This is more of a squat variation of a leg press, but regardless, it does do the same thing. Big focal point here is bringing my knees all the way down, feeling that stretch and driving up. Now, if you guys want to hit more of your hamstrings and glutes on this movement, which you can, I find it's best to widen your feet a little bit more and put them a little bit higher on the pad. That's gonna hit your glutes a little bit more. For me, this is a quad dominant exercise movement, so my feet stay narrow and I'm pushing through the weight. Now, this is an example where trying to get that last set as heavy as possible, and that's the most practical thing, but still driving up, always pushing weight. And then I ended with front squats, which I'm gonna be honest guys, I hated. And that's gonna be kind of the focal point of this video, and I'm gonna talk to you about in a second, but it was really hard for me to get my arms up. It's really hard for me to get my elbows under, and that's something I'm really dealing with a lot of struggles right now when it comes to my training, which is okay and it's understandable, but try and just do something. So I did end up getting two plates on this, but it wasn't what I wanted to do, but it was at least something, and I still got my 4 sets done, and that was really productive. And what I want to talk to you guys about today, and the focal point of this video, is going to be discussing burnout. So for me, I've been pushing really hard since we moved to Los Angeles. I haven't taken any time off from training, and I might have had 2 or 3 days. I think I took 1 set of 2 consecutive days off from the gym about a week and a half to 2 weeks ago, but I've had a really hard time vlogging because I've been dealing with so many injuries. So I've been dealing with a minor strain in my bicep, which makes it really hard to train back. I can't train bicep at all. I can't deadlift, and that's what caused it. I had torn my bicep about 2 years ago, and I got it into deadlifting really heavy, and that over-under grip has caused my bicep injury to get worse. So I've had to change style. I'm not deadlifting anymore. It's kind of made it so I don't know if I'm gonna do a powerlifting contest, even though if I give it time, I know I can still be able to pull a significant amount of weight. So all I can really do is shoulders. I can train chest, but I'm still kind of dealing with that minor chest flare up, which has gotten much better, but that's still a nagging injury. I can do triceps, I can do legs, and I can do hamstrings, I just can't deadlift. So like I'm in this weird spot where my body's kind of giving me all these signs, and it's been really hard for me to keep training the way I love to, because I love training hard and I don't like just going to the gym. And so the thing I want to tell you guys, and the real focal point of the video, is dealing with burnout and dealing with injuries. And what do you do when you feel like you can't do the thing you love? What do you do when you feel like you can't give it your best? And what I've learned is that you do the things you can do. So for me right now, because of the injuries, I kind of stopped caring about my diet, and it wasn't like I was eating fast food. It was more of I wasn't tracking things, and it's really easy for me to eat a lot of food. I maintain at about 3,000 calories, so I would eat the allotment of what I needed, but I would also have an extra half cup of oatmeal, and I would have a couple handfuls of almonds, and maybe I'd grab like the extra fruit from the fridge, and those things would accumulate. And so I put on a little bit of weight, like an extra 5 to 10 pounds. Nothing serious, but it's like, when my body's not aligned, when my diet's not aligned, when my training's not aligned, I don't feel grounded. I do not feel like I'm in a good place, meaning I don't feel like I'm as productive as I need to be. So I had to be honest with myself and say, well, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with this time? What are you gonna do with this injury? And how are you going to adjust? So I've decided I'm gonna do a cut. I've already lost about 5 pounds. I'm going to get really lean as far as a healthy leanness and an aesthetic leanness. And I'm gonna stay there and just keep training on the things I can do. keep getting better and keep having fitness as my foundation. I'm doing so much with my clients now that I'm really embracing my life coaching. That's what I do, and that's what I'm passionate about. I like to couple fitness and lifestyle because that's where you really make a transformation for the better. And so I'm just going so deep with my clients on how to make them the best that I know that the fitness on my part, as far as an image, is just a foundation for me. That's where I build from. But I know that who I'm becoming and what I'm starting to really represent for the people I work with is so much more empowering than just a physique. And so for you, I want you to take that lesson of really trying to adjust to what you're doing. So if you need to go to the gym 4 days a week because 5 doesn't work, do that. If you need to adjust and do 3, do that. But find that ground where you can keep moving forward and bury yourself there. That's what's going to keep you moving forward. I was talking to a client this week, talking about how when her diet and her training is together, everything else is much easier to work with. So get those two things aligned and everything else is going to be easier to mitigate. But when you don't have a foundation, when you don't have something that grinds you, even when you're feeling burnt out, even when you're feeling distressed, or you feel like the gym is just going to add something to the day, if you're invested in yourself, the gym is going to add something of value to your day. It's not going to distress you. It's not going to, create this havoc of time. It's going to give you more time because it's going to give you time to yourself, time to be within yourself, and time to think about yourself. So I'm not letting this discourage me at all. I'm letting it build me up. I'm looking at it as this is a moment for me to grow outside the gym. And so for you, look at the things that are holding you back, decide to adjust, and move forward from there. And that's where you're gonna make the most amount of success. So I'm really excited. I hope you guys join us for the fitness project. It's gonna be a great 8-week challenge. You're gonna see so much progress, and it's gonna be a great community of people building together. But if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section if this message reached you and what kind of content you wanna see on the page. I've kind of done some vlogs. I've been doing more informational videos. I'm in the middle of this stream and I'm trying to find the best way to get to the end. So let me know what you wanna see and how I can best add value to you. But above all else, I will see you in the next video.